live feed from Sahara's vidcast. Sahara was sitting at her immaculate desk, the camera newly watching from over her shoulder as her fingers flew across the touchscreen, editing and sculpting the replay video into a highlight video. She was wearing yoga pants and a t-shirt, her thick hair pulled up in a ponytail, a far cry from her evening gown avatar, but still impossibly adorable. Marissa shook her head. How does she always look so good? We've been plugged in and lying down for 3 hours and asleep all night before that, and she looks like she just got her hair done. I'm sure you look great, said Bao. Marissa looked down at her own oversized nightshirt and glanced at the mirror with a pained grimace. I look like I'm hiding from the government. Her dark brown hair was a squirrel's nest of knots and tangles. The tips were dyed red, about 4 inches deep, which looked pretty cool when it was straight, but now it only added to the wispy chaos. She ran her hand through it, trying to smooth it down, and winced as she hit a snarl. She gave up for the moment and started hunting for a clean shirt. You know what I think it is, she told Bao. I think she does it all before we practice. Nobody gets that cute, just rolled out of bed look by just rolling out of bed. You coming to school today? Asked Bao. Marissa shrugged. Probably not. I can do most of it online, and the rest of it, technically, also online. You can't just hack all your grades. Sure I can, said Marissa with a grin. Unless you're saying I shouldn't just hack all my grades, in which case you might have a point. She found a black blouse, fancier than she needed, but the only presentable thing in the room. She really needed to let the laundry newly in here. You hungry? I could eat. Marissa blinked back to Olaya while she buttoned her shirt, looking at her family list. Her parents were both at the restaurant, and her 3 younger siblings were all at school. Or, at least, they were checked in at school. Marissa had learned how to spoof the GPS on her djinni when she was 13, and her siblings might have figured out the same trick. None of them really seemed like the type, though. Sandro, maybe. He was a genius with hardware, but he'd never dare to actually do it. Marissa finished with her clothes and looked at the bottle of Lift. I haven't had anything today but a few sips of soda. Meet me for an early lunch? Give me 20 minutes, said Bao. I'll need at least that long to wrestle with this hair before giving up and shaving it off. Your mom'd kill you. My dad'll kill me first. 30 minutes then, said Bao. St. Johnny? Exactamente, said Marissa. See you there. She ended the call and attacked her hair again, with a brush this time, grumbling curse words in 3 languages as she pulled on the knots. She slipped her feet into a pair of flats as she brushed, and took a last look at the room. Did she need anything else? The boy's ID from the club was somewhere in this mess, if she could remember which pants she'd been wearing. Or had she been wearing a skirt? She tried to recall, and realized she couldn't even think of the boy's name. She shrugged and opened the door, laughing as the Aurora laundry newly burst in and started picking up clothes, rushing from pile to pile like an overstimulated robot puppy. She didn't need the boy's ID anyway. If he didn't even know how to keep adware off his djinni, how interesting could he really be? The wheeled newly almost looked like it could think for itself, picking up each shirt and bra and pair of tights, considering it, and sorting it efficiently into one of several onboard baskets. But it was all an illusion of efficient programming. Each piece of clothing in the house was marked with an RF chip.